Missed on the second, but all is forgiven when you have an ace. 1-1. Fourth service error for Brigham Young.
BYU needs to make sure they don't relax here, but come out with a lot of fire, a lot of intensity, and keep the pressure on Hawaii. I have a feeling Hawaii is one of those teams that's a little bit emotional. They get some momentum. Wow, that was such a great turn. Everything about that approach and everything looked angle until he contacted the ball.
7 kills on 10 swings and no errors for Rob Stoll. That's a crisp 700. It all started with a great pass from BJ Hiapo. And last night I told him, I said, you're doing a really good job this year. You know how I know that? He said, what? I said, because I haven't really noticed you. And he had a good laugh.
That's awesome.
He's done a nice job filling in for Joel Silva, who got a lot of fame and publicity because he was an Olympian. Helps to be the career dig leader as well at BYU, a 4-year starter.
You know, even then, I got a chance to see Rich Lamborn last year, and we were chatting. Trouble there. We were chatting about, you know, hey, what's it like after you guys won the gold in Beijing? And, you know, you're like the guy as far as the libero. Everybody's making tons more money now because you guys won the gold. And he goes, yeah, most of those guys are. They're all their paychecks bounced like a ton. But he goes, yeah, not so much for the liberos. And I'm like, really? He goes, oh, yeah, it's a thankless job. So I was like, oh, that's too bad.
So Hiapo in that same, made it from that same cloth, the same ilk, of does a good job because he's not known.
Right, and that's how you know he's doing well, is when you're not mad at him. That sucks.
It's like a ref. The pinnacle of success is silence.
That's right.
Walker back over. Back row for DePron. Costello comes over. Bigs that. Umlauft. DePron right. They're on the Umlauft offering. Going down the line, but out. BYU begging for touch, not there.
DePron in such a great spot to make that play. He was 10 feet out of bounds when he got that ball that was high off the block. That's just awesome defense there for the Cougars. But Stowell just barely missed the line. Out of bounds. Wow.
Okay, to Sander. That one blocked way out. Taylor Sander hitting up. 5 kills on 7 swings, hitting .571.
Yeah, he seems like he's been kind of quiet tonight too, but yeah, .571. There's nothing quiet about that number.
Sander bombs away, put out. Last night, Sander had 11 kills on 20 swings, hitting .450. Had 2 block assists as well.
Warriors with a rare lead, 5-4.
Umlauft. Pick to Sander and blocked out of bounds. Another one for Sander.
Wasn't a perfect pass, but good enough. They could have run quite a few options. Sander gets the call and the kill.
On the bench there, next to Mike Daniel, you'll see Ryan Boyson street close. We mentioned it last night, but he's the backup center. It started 3 of the last 4. Twisted his ankle as Smith puts that one away for his 3rd kill on his 4th swing. Boyce twisted his ankle yesterday in practice, so he is not dressed for either of the matches this weekend.
Smith smiling because he fisted that ball. You can tell there he didn't have his hand open. And sometimes if you miss-hit that, you can spatch it way out of bounds. And he hit that pretty long, pretty deep in the court, but still got it in there. Wow.
Welch, and a rare kill up the middle. Last night there was just 1 total, and tonight Welch has 1. Dyer has 2. They set him early, and so triple the amount already by the middles.
It's interesting that they've got that they don't have Futi opposite Big Red, because he's definitely their bigger middle. You think that they would line those 2 up, but maybe Hawaii's doing a nice job of mixing it up so that they couldn't.
Bump set to DePron, and DePron puts it away.
It's a tough ball there. It's a lot to ask from DePron, who delivers. Great swing there off the bump set.
DePron is 3 for 4, and I mentioned he's engaged to McCall Jones, who used to play tennis for BYU, now plays tennis at UCLA, and most certainly is watching this on TV right now.
Wow.
Welch again.
It's a great swing. Yeah, see, with kills like that, it's shocking to me that they don't use him more.
The power of the stash, my friend. 7-7. Dad
awesome.
Nick helping us out. We were calling Stephen Hunt last night, Big Red. As Sander reminds everyone he's here, helping us correct the fact that it's not Stephen Hunt, the other redhead, who is Big Red. It's Welch.
It's his son.
Shane Welch. 8-7 BYU.
There's red 2 right now.
There's more red.
Red 2 standing by.
And the dump
Nice
by
dump.
Zemiak. That seemed like a situation where that would be a good place for a dump, and neither blocker went up for BYU.
Yeah, good call by you. I was thinking the same thing. Such a tight, high pass, and I don't know because a lot of times when you're in the front row, you're very conscious of where the opposite setter is. If he's front row, if he's back row, because if he's front row, you got to be right on that kind of thing. If he's back row, you relax, don't worry about it.
Fourth service error for Hawaii, 5 for BYU tonight. 9-8 Cougars. If you're just joining us, BYU won set 1, 25-20. Umlauft has been quiet so far. Just as I say that, he gets roofed. 0 kills in set 2 so far for Umlauft.
Umlauft trying to hit that ball out of a phone booth. Sometimes it could get quiet in there. Holy smokes, look at that. The blue curtain.
Nice. That one off the antenna,
good call
so
by the line
Hawaii.
judge.
Hawaii's ball. Mike Farish making the call after some help from the line judge. The 10-9, Josh Walker to serve, the senior from Virginia Beach, Virginia, Tallwood High School. 7th in career kills in Hawaii history. Stowell off the block of Hunt and out. Rob Stowell with 8 on 13 swings to go with 3 digs and 2 blocks.
Stowell, man, he's the whole package. Great blocker, great hitter, leading the team in digs at 6'7".
We're coming up at the intermission. One of the key members of the 2011 men's volleyball team is Rob Stowell, and his energy is not only visible on the court, but also off. Aaron Nielsen tells us why Rob Stowell is a fan favorite. And we'll take a look at what BYU basketball fans in New Orleans had to say about last night's Sweet 16 game. We'll also have stats and highlights from the first 2 sets. It's all coming up at the break, so don't go away. Perfect pass from Sander. Tavenar right there, and kicked up by Hunt. That's still good. One of the greatest plays in BYU history actually happened on a kick in a national championship match. Was it 99?
Was it Hector? Who was that?
I want to say it was Millar.
Oh, it was Millar. He was like all the way back at the banner, huh?
No, I thought it was inside the 3-meter line.
I'm trying to remember.
Stuck his foot out, popped it up, and BYU got a critical point on that. In a huge match, so still legal. 13-10, and timeout Hawaii. Charlie Wade using the first of his 2 set timeouts. We'll step aside. BYU hitting 6:15 in the second set. Hawaii hitting a little bit better than the first set, but not good enough. Trailing by 3 in set. Tonight's trivia question is this. How many current BYU players have played on either the USA junior or youth national teams? If you know the answer and want to take a stab, email us. tvsports@byu.edu. That's tvsports@byu.edu. Taylor Sander will serve. The electrifying freshman has 7 kills on 9 swings to put the Cougars out tonight. 8 kills for Stowell is a team high. Umlauft with his first kill of set 2, and he just needs 1 more for 1,000.
BYU up 13-11. Umlauft with a pretty decent jump serve there. Wow.
Stowell! What is up?
That guy's got just a great line from there.
Got an email from Kenny Ainge. She says, hey, Steve, and I'll add in parentheses and Jerem. The guys and I were wondering why a spatch is called a spatch. Can you drop some knowledge for us? P.S. Props UV alum.
Kenny's one of the setters for UV right now, and I think he knows darn well what a spatch is, but I'll explain anyway. It's short for spatula, like when you hit a ball flat, like your hand is a spatula and you don't get any top spin, you don't snap your wrist. So when I say, wow, he spatched that, it just means he hits it flat and there's no top spin at all. It's like a Scud missile coming at you.
Timeout on the court.
Hope that helps, Kenny.
Got another email from Daniel Steele. Says, nice outfits. I just wanted to point out that Steve's tie would really match Jerem's shirt. Was that coordinated? Great game, guys. Here's how it works. So sometimes on some of the women's sports, the color commentator, for example, Kristen Kozlowski, sometimes she'll say, hey, I'm going to wear a purple shirt. It'd be nice if we wore a purple tie and this. I never even think about it.
Don't lie. We talked for about an hour today about our outfits.
I just go in blind and spin it around and take something.
Yeah, I don't even know if my outfit even matches. Who cares? Isn't it about not matching right now? Isn't that kind of the style, just to kind of throw on whatever, and like the cooler you are, like the more crazy your outfit is? Not that this is crazy, but
I guess we're not very cool then. Stanford and BYU right now are in a race for second. Stanford is in second, and BYU has a chance to still get into second. USC has to really collapse to drop the regular season championship. Here are the remaining conference matches for both. Cal State Northridge, Long Beach State, USC, Pepperdine, UCLA, and Pacific for the Cardinal. We're in the middle of the Hawaii match, and then BYU will host Long Beach State at home. Very winnable, especially at home. And then at Pepperdine, always tough, but they've struggled. BYU needs Stanford to lose a couple, because right now BYU is 11-6 in conference. Stanford is 11-4. And what that would mean essentially is, as Umlauft gets the kill, Umlauft with that kill now has 1,000 for his career. He becomes the 13th player in Hawaii history to do that. Congratulations for the sophomore, who is well on his way to 2,000. He could end up as the all-time kill leader in Hawaii history when all is said and done.
That's pretty cool. I wonder if he's even aware of it right now, but he just said his 1,000
Should we yell it out to him?
Yeah, let's have a moment of silence.
16-13. Here's another look at his 1,000th kill.
A tape shot for the 1,000.
In slow-mo, it looked did not look as cool as live speed. Regular
That's
speed.
awesome.
16-14. So back to Stanford and BYU. What it means essentially with the seating. Nice. The camera crew is getting in on the action. If USC were to lose their quarterfinal match, not likely but possible, as Sander records the kill, that means the highest remaining seed after that wins their quarterfinal would host the semifinal and final. If you're BYU, it's too much to catch up to USC. If you can catch up to Stanford, win your quarterfinal, and somehow USC loses, you're hosting the semifinal and final. You're punching a ticket, essentially, to the championships in University Park, Pennsylvania.
Oh, great dig.
Sander. Dug up on the back row by Scott Hartley, and Walker connects. Fourth kill on his seventh swing.
Hawaii's big gun back to serve. Within two right now. This is a chance for Walker to really make a statement. A lot of heat. Taylor handles it pretty well. Oh,
Stowell spatched it.
That's one thing you don't want to do, is give a hot server a second opportunity. Because that first ball, even though he absolutely thundered that first serve, he was still, I think, trying to be a little careful. He might just unload. Looked about the same.
Stoll gets it again, and he's blocked. A solo block by Scott Hartley, his second of the season and of his career. He's a freshman.
Yeah, Rob Nielsen not liking at all what he's seeing here. Doesn't want Walker to get too hot back there on that service line. Look at that, just left his right hand there, dropped it just about tape level to make that play. Nielsen trying to ice Walker.
17-17, the 5th kill for Hawaii. Well, join us again next Thursday and Friday. Men's volleyball action coming up. The final home matches. Thursday is at 8 p.m. And then Friday, April Fools, that's no joke, 7 o'clock as the beach comes in, and it will be senior night on April 1st. And BYU more than likely will also have a quarterfinal should they stay in the top 4 of the MPSF. So we hope to bring that quarterfinal home match to you as well. But the last regular season match is next week and should be fun with Long Beach State coming in here. Do you remember two years ago, Dean Bittner had like 38 kills for Long Beach State against BYU?
Yeah,
that was entertaining.
Gnarly.
And BYU won in 5 that match.
And
they blocked him to win it.
They blocked him to. Oh, I do remember it. Yeah, they used him a ton that night.
There's Brian Congealier on the left, former BYU center in the house.
His brother Rob on the right. And I don't know who those guys are.
And that's, yeah, I don't know. 17-17. Those are fans of Jimmer Fredette. Walker, service there. When a coach looks like a genius, they call a timeout and they come out of that, and the server serves it right in the middle of the net. Rob Stowell, whose uncle by the same name played at BYU, went by Robbie prior to his mission. Has a big smile after that one into the tape, 18-18. Decided to go with Rob post-mission to not go by Robbie, which he felt was, yeah, that was me before my mission. That was so immature. And to differentiate himself from his uncle. Wow. DePron! Trust me, with Rob Stowell, it'll be easy to identify in the record books kind of where he sits. Look at that wide open net, DePron hammering. How fun would that to be, DePron or anybody, and hit behind Futi Tavanao on a pick? Yeah, because I wonder if Futi's going to draw a block. What happened to the Cougars at the service line? Yeah, I don't know. They started out so hot last night. I mean, just serving BBs. And then they cooled off considerably, and tonight they haven't done a ton. Tavanao with the kill. Wow. 3 service errors in the first 7 in this set, Steve. Yeah, that's not good. Man, I really thought Futi hit that ball wide, but I didn't have the best angle. Gets it around Big Red and in. Tavanao with his 5th kill on his 8th swing, hitting .375. 2 assists and a block assist. Sagers putting some pepper on that, and there's Umlauft adding to his 1,000. 20-20. Hawaii much more competitive last night, or tonight, than last night. Here's Hartley, who had the solo block. DePron blocked! The 6th block of the night, and Welch has 2 solo blocks to go with 2 block assists. And a couple of kills as well. Yeah, Big Red is earning his name tonight. Jake Gibb, who hails from Utah, one of the big beach players, known as the Big Nasty. That was too far for both of us. One of us has got to make that snag, man. I got a touch. I got used. Out of bounds. Nope. 21 up. It changed from last year to this year from 30 to 25 of the men's games. So the game's quicker than they already were. Walker with another one. 5 for 9 for Josh Walker, who's already in the 1,000 club.
Hawaii trying to push this to at least 4. It's a nice job there. That looked like he's going to hit right into the block the last second. Able to go seam.
The pressure on for the Cougars now. Stowell answers. Rob Stowell already with 11 kills.
Rob doing a nice job there, recognizing that the block was into his angle, turning it hard line for the kill. Knotted up at 22s.
Hartley. Biscaro is the setter.
Ooh.
And that one called in.
That was close.
23-22 Warriors. Another look.
I think it found the absolute back of the line. Oh,
Yep,
that's inside.
definitely
That's, yeah, that's inside the line.
Great call.
23-22.
Zemiak back in. Gets a breather every now and then from Biscaro. Sander. Left out of bounds. 23 apiece. Cougars won set 1, 25-20, trying to take set 2. And going to the break for the second night in a row, up 2 sets to none.
This is what the Cougar fans want to see. Foodie subbed back into the front row. Huge block right now for the Cougars with Taylor, Foodie, and Robbie. And Umlauft, but I can see Spike Town goes right past the big block at BYU.
10 for the Germinator on 17 swings.
Maybe he heard me. He's laughing right now. I don't know. That was a nice swing.
Walker keeps it in. Sander!
Wow. That's a good call. That ball's down. That's a good call. You can tell just by the spin of the ball when it comes off the floor if it was popped up or not. Look at that. Just the no look. Yeah, that's a good call. That ball was well down.
And reaction tells the story as well.
Yeah, they knew. Nobody fought or argued.
10 for Sander! And a timely service error from Rob Stowell, who was struggling from the service line in set 2. 25-24 set point for Hawaii, their first in 5 sets in Provo here.
Yeah, Rob wants that one back for sure.
Crowd making some noise for Biscaro. Out! Woo! 25 apiece.
Boy, they were praying that ball was out. Just about got hubby wifed.
Brennan Dyer nearly tied this thing up.
Look at Taylor Sander, jeez.
And Sander calls for it. Quickly to Tavana, and that was out.
Oh, he did not hit that out. Oh, no.
Set point number 2 for Hawaii.
Oh, that's rough.
And he
Huge
shakes his
serve.
head. He shook his head.
Oh, Taylor just served up their 26th point. But Foodie, rare hitting error, out of bounds.
Here it comes again. You knew where the ball was going that time. 26 up.
Man, Foodie just got up on that one. Holy smokes.
This is the last one.
Look at that. Look at how much room he's got. Big Red did not look so big in that play because Foodie could have just hit that ball about anywhere.
That one tight. Joust lost by Smith and won by the 6'2" Zemiak.
Seriously, setters, I don't know what it is about them, if they go to school to learn how to joust or what, but they are so good at beating the bigger blocker on a joust.
Third set point. DePron.
Ooh.
And that one looks like it was done by Costello.
Yeah,
Hawaii erupts, and they have a good reason.
a little bent out of shape on that call. That, when I talked about the spin of the ball, the spin looked as though that was either short hopped or dug.
This looked like a dig to me at live speed.
Oh no, that's a rough call. Replay, good call by her.
Yeah, jump ball by Miley Jukes, the official.
They still got robbed because, yeah, he totally got that ball. Oh, you know what though? Well, maybe the dig was kind of half-hearted because the whistle had already blown, but he dug that ball. The second one was out of bounds. The ball off Walker was going out of bounds. Yeah,
so Hawaii actually got a break.
Yes and no. It's hard to tell. Once that whistle blows, though, you know, it's hard to tell what's going to happen. So wait. Now I'm confused. Okay, so she just motioned to the Cougars, but she was wrong. It's Hawaii's
26.
Yeah, that's
to
a
27.
replay. That's a replay.
Yes.
Uh-oh, that's trouble.
BYU went to Smith. That was dug up. Umlauft.
Oh,
Sander
great.
there. Yapo. Stowell had to tip. Umlauft. Got it.
We're going for
28-26.
Wow. Man, Hawaii would just not go away in that second set. You know he's going back to Umlauft. High hands right through the hands of Joe Kaliakamoa. Tough ball to read, playing defense. Rough break for the Cougars. A little bit different story tonight going into the third set.
So 28-26. Hawaii hits 600 for the second set. BYU hits 484. And through the first 9 points for Hawaii, Umlauft had not recorded a single kill. But then he exploded for 5 down the last 15, including the winner. Aaron Nielsen is with BYU head coach Rob Nielsen.
Yeah, Coach, how are you? How do you feel about the offensive efficiency?
I think we've done a nice job offensively. We just missed too many serves, and they did a really nice job offensively. So slowing them down is going to be key for us in the third and fourth games here.
And what did you see that saw that second set slip away from you?
Just lots of errors right there at the end. Serving errors, we just didn't put any pressure on them from the service line. And then lots of opportunities. An overpass, we hit a ball out of bounds. A joust, we don't take the ball and get a swing off of that. And just all those missed opportunities add up to a loss in a game. And so they're back in this. It's going to be a battle going forward.
Thanks, Coach Nielsen. Jerem, Steve.
Thanks, Aaron. That's it for the first 2 sets. We're tied up at 1 apiece. We'll take a short break, but stay tuned for stats and highlights after the intermission.